Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels. Welcome to another jump day video. But we pole vaulting today. I wanted to talk today about hydration habits. As I was chugging a bottle of water, I was like, hey, let's just tell the people how we drink water. So the first thing I do every single morning, without fail, before I ingest anything else, I drink a liter of water. During my warm-up, which lasts about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, throughout that, I drink a liter of water. During the actual jump session, I drink a liter of water. And then on my way back home, or once I get home, I drink a liter of water. So that's 4 liters of water before 12 o'clock. Yep, and that might sound ridiculous, but in the Houston heat and humidity, or if you're living anywhere that's really hot and humid and you're spending several hours in the sun, yeah, you need that water. But the way it was the reason it was on my mind is because I've been drinking a bunch of water, but I still feel dehydrated. My mouth still feels dry. This has been kind of going on for the past 2 or 3 days. But last night, I woke up in the middle of the night twice, super fucking thirsty. So I think around like 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. I drank a bottle of water. And then when I woke up again at 6:30, I was still thirsty. I don't know if I'm a little sick or something, but I mean, I think I feel fine, and I feel ready to jump today. It's gonna be a good day. It's not too hot this morning, but I figured I would also do a little bit of like a story time today, because I'm supposed to have a date this Saturday. Go to see the Odyssey in IMAX, but I have this like deep compulsion to cancel. Part of me just gets so fixated on certain things that I almost want to just like self-sabotage and self-destruct. But I met this girl, I was walking to a coffee shop on Tuesday, and when I get out of my car, I'm walking down the street because I park kind of far from the shop, and there's this girl just like walking a little bit, standing in the middle of the sidewalk, walk a little, stand in the middle, kind of look around confused or whatever. And girls will do this. They'll like slow down when they're in your path to like see if you'll talk to them. So I like pass by her, she's like talking on the phone or whatever, and I keep walking. I go to a crosswalk to cross the street, and there's cars coming. I stop there and I look behind me, and she's like right behind me, just staring at me. So I just stare at her, and she goes, "Do I know you?" And I'm like, "No, I was just looking at you because you're looking around like you're lost." She's like, "Oh no, I'm on the phone with my mom." So I'm like, all right. I just keep walking, and the whole time I'm walking to the shop, I can hear her footsteps behind me. She's like right on my tail. I go in, get in line to order my coffee, and I see she like goes put her stuff at a table, but it's like a small kind of bad table, like facing the wall, and there's a much better table, but it has like cups or whatever on it. So I'm in line waiting to order, and I look behind me, she's again right behind me, just fucking smiling at me. So I'm like, "Oh, I saw you sat at that shitty table. Like, when I get my drink, I'm gonna sit at that good table and you can join me." She was like, "Okay." So we sat down, we have, introductory dialogue. "Oh, like, I'm working on this, you're working on that." And she's like, "Oh, a year ago I was here and I saw you and you said something to me." And she was basically making a point that I said something to her, and she was very taken aback by it because nobody like says things to random people in coffee shops. And I don't think I do that sometimes. I'll see someone and I'll just like make a quip. Or if I see a cute girl, I'll just say something, but I'm not always like in the mood to I'm usually not in the mood to be like, oh, like, yeah, give me your number or whatever. I'll just be like, oh, you look nice, or like, I don't know, you're wearing rain boots in 90-degree weather. Like, it doesn't even have to be flirtatious. But I said this to her, and I guess it was on her, like, it stuck with her. So I have a feeling she was like, I don't know if it was actually a year ago, but I feel like she was hunting me a little bit. Like, she was like, oh, am I ever gonna see that guy again? But like, our conversation was good and everything. One thing I always get from women, I always get this, they'll be like, oh, no one has ever said that to me before, or like yeah, nobody's ever pointed that out to me. And I don't know, I kind of take pride in that. I like tried to find the things that you wouldn't normally hear. I'm really not interested in standard dialogue. I don't, like, it's all so boring. We go through the same conversations over and over and over. People say the same shit over and over. It's whatever. Like, for example, one thing I told her, oh yeah, remember when we were walking on the sidewalk, I was walking behind you. What I noticed about you that I really liked was like how skinny the space above your elbow is. And she was like, oh my gosh, nobody's ever said they liked that part of me before. Like, that's all you that's all you gotta do. And I also told her that, because her eyes were very like forward facing, so I was like, do you have like good depth perception? She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, if someone like threw a ball at you, would you be able to catch it like pretty effectively? And she's like, yeah, I would hope so. I was like, because your eyes are set very like forward in your skull, not super off to the side, and that's like something a bird of prey would have for telescopic vision. See, like, prey would have eyes wider out like a bovine, but a predator has eyes facing forward for better depth perception. She's like, oh my gosh, nobody's ever said that to me before. I'm like, no shit, bro. It's just, I don't know, I'm very like, I like pick things apart on people for some reason. Not like good or bad, it's just like my observation. But anyway, the reason I kind of want to cancel with this girl is because it just felt like she was trying really hard to portray a certain like personality that I did not feel was very authentic. Like, I feel like she's experienced at selling an image of herself, if that makes sense. I could tell she was adept and comfortable in selling these things. The way she was flirting was like checking all the boxes, like, you know, like bumping my feet, mirroring my body language, like all this stuff. And like, that's all fine, whatever. I get people are nervous and they want to put on a good front. But what bothered me was, I don't know if you guys know what preening is, but when like a guy comes around that somebody might find attractive, I think this could go for guys or girls, but people like naturally want to fix themselves up. Like, a girl see a guy they like and they'll like, you know, fix their hair, fix their jewelry, whatever. But then when a girl wants to get a guy's attention, sometimes they'll do like these big movements. Like, for example, I've just been walking before and a girl will like do this and like hit my arm. Or sometimes they'll like flip their hair super fucking dramatic so you like turn and look at them. Well, like, while I'm sitting with her talking to that, like, as a guy walked past us in the coffee shop, she would do like this big movement to like get them to look at her. And I'm just like, I don't know, bro. I don't really like that. It's just, that's just, I feel like that's indicative of wanting a lot of attention. And in my position, I feel like I get that a lot from people out in the world, especially women with like wives and husbands. I feel like they'll just like stare at me while they're with their significant other, and their significant other either knows and they ignore, or they don't notice at all. Or these women will be like, do these like big things, or they'll like posture up and like stick their butt out in front of me, and like these like subtle or not subtle preening signs while they're with someone just to get some extra attention. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, do you know who you're sitting with right now? Like, this is an insult to me. If you really think that being like sitting with me, talking to me isn't like the gold standard of the attention you're gonna get, then I simply can't help you. Like, it's just an endless bucket of waste of my fucking time. So that's how I see it. But then on the flip side, I like don't really go on any dates. I feel like I need to just like, what is the term? Like oil my gears or something. But we'll see. Anyway, that's not really that fucking important. I just figured, you know, people like relationship stories or whatever. But 16 step today, beautiful weather. I'm gonna jump my ass off, put everything I have into this practice. We're gonna lock it down. That's all there is to it. I'll catch you after. Bye. All right, let me turn that down. All right, recap of practice. You know, it was good. Straight pulls, we're good. I got out there and it was very windy. A solid side wind churning into a headwind, right? So I went to 16, started off on the 1590. I have full confidence I can move that in pretty much any wind. But then halfway through practice, it turned a little bit into like a quartering tail, and it would like switch around, but for the most part be like, not a quartering tail, quartering side. But I would just stand back there, wait till it kind of goes down. You know, the jumps were flowing, so I went up to the 16 185. You know, the pole that I want to make as my light pole for this training cycle, the one I immediately start on. Got my grip to like 15.2, you know, and I consider that a complete success. It was very windy, and I think if I were jumping in any of the 2 previous cycles I have done, I would not have the confidence to jump in this wind. I would be like, you know, it's better safe to just go home. But I feel like last cycle I got a good confidence with my 16 step. You know, I can definitely roll these poles over. They're tiny poles compared to what, you know, I'm capable of using. So I just kept telling myself that. Boom, 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 no problem. What was happening in the air wasn't superb. You know, nothing was superb about it. It was kind of a rough day. And the wind was only getting stronger, so I decided to stop. I don't know how many jumps in, maybe like 8 jumps in, stop. And what I do to supplement jump days, if I can't jump, I'll just run 150s. So I was like, all right, I'll just run 2 150s. And then I did some lifts. On like super hard jump days, I'll just do a cool down. I won't always lift, but I did 3 sets of 5 overhead snatches. And then I did single leg hip thrust with 65 pounds. I really like that exercise. It makes my glutes and my hamstrings feel really strong. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the practice. Hopefully next week the wind will be calmer, and next week I'm going to start on that pole. No more 15 190. I'm done with the 15s, done with it. So another interesting thing was I saw this girl at the track who I kind of feel like sometimes we might have a vibe, but we never really talked. And I was like, yeah, I'll just see if she wants to go see the Odyssey instead. And she was training, like she put her stuff near me. So I was like, hey, you want to go see that movie on Saturday? And she's like, oh, I have work. I'm like, oh well. But we'll see what happens. I think if I'm trying to replace this one chick, it's probably wise to just go ahead and cancel. But yeah, great practice. I'm super excited for next week. I need to go home and finish this music application for a grant that I'm working on. Hopefully I can finish that. I'm a procrastinator, so we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next week. Bye.